Do you feel like that kind of cheapens the request, especially if it's something like
100%.
meaningful? Because it's like, well, you're not really asking me because you care. You're asking everyone, but also me, because
you like want another opinion that you respect, but you didn't respect enough in the first place. You just asked me. You put it out there for everyone else. Yeah, that's like the only thing I put on requests on Facebook. I did this recently. It was just like, I need some advice on computer parts. I couldn't make a decision between a processor. That worked out perfectly.
In the future, just ask JJ, by the way.
Okay,
That's
cool.
the secret.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what everybody in Dota does.
Definitely
There we go.
Buckle. In fact, fans at home, if you have any tech
This
questions,
poor guy's DMs are going to be flooded.
He enjoys it.
Oh, really? Is he one of those, like, that's what I needed, someone who's, like, super geeky, because I was like, I couldn't work out, what's this do, what's this going to work with this?
He's great. There's nothing he likes more than doing work for free, especially for random strangers. I'm personally a huge fan as well.
I'm going to clip this and send it to him. I'm very sorry, JJ, if this is going to be your...
Man, we talked about this Clockwork recently, how he's not really as strong as Magnus. They pick him up. Now, with Grimstroke, you have a decent combo. You have that Inkswell plus the initiation from the hookshot, but you have 3 heroes out of which 3 heroes are able to deal with your initiation. You have Glimpse, you have Pango with Swashbuckle, and then you have Furion with trees and one.
What's so funny, Banks?
Do it again.
Sup?
Do what? what?
Oh, little elf ears. I've never seen you do it before.
You can't move your ears?
No, I can't. That's so cute.
Yeah, I can't. I wish I could do the one eyebrow, but that takes time.
Well, this.
Right, the eyebrow is easy.
Yeah, do the rock.
Wait, you get close on Lizard real fast? Alright, do it.
Is he baiting me? That's the question.
What? That's
So
wild.
I can't do that one. I can just do that one. I've just literally just one.
It's just such a good expression. Because there's like an
Definitely.
emoji
It's like-
that you can't replicate unless you practice.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson, man. Legend. See, you just hit him with that.
Dwayne the Rock.
That's what he did. The people's eyebrow from WWE.
All
Where
right.
it came from.
I can't believe that man is now like the #1 action star
Yeah,
in the world.
in the
and it all
world.
started with the signature move, the people's elbow.
Oh, I love that time as a kid.
And rock bottom.
Yep. Oh.
Hey.
And this is just one dude walking around in just wife hunts. That's it. And some pads. And that's all he had. That was his gimmick.
Hey, if it works, it works. Necrophos to pick up from Tempo, and then an immediate anti-Magoo. That is tough, and I already got to say, I am afraid for Tempo. You have nothing for this Anti-Mage, and you already have the Tempo. Like, you've got all the things that you need. You have the tower pressure from the Furion, you got the mid-game team fight and tower defense, Disruptor excellent to find pickoffs, and I don't see any way for Tempo to actually push towers right now. You're in big trouble.
Objective taking probably is their biggest problem right now. Over that, like besides that, they have ways of dealing with the Pango. You have the Grimstroke 12 push versus the Nature's Prophet. You have Void Spirit as well. That's going to be very active in the mid game, right? You have the Clock and the Necro on the offlane too. You have many things. You just have to. It's all about the perspective. That's all.
You're like a half Lacoste, because Lacoste spends a whole segment looking that way. At least you every now and again just throw it back, look at us, and engage.
That's
Lacoste,
only because
Lacoste is just this.
He's doing some strange moves,
the whole
man,
time,
and the camera is off, so I have to check on him every now and then. That's
Carl flamed Lacoste earlier because he was literally just not included us in the conversation. He was just talking a monologue like, "This is the draft
I really
see.
sometimes
Make
feel
the
like
Pango."
turning a lit. Nah, I'm kidding. Never. He's great.
No, you at least do it in a nicer way. You're like, Carl, you're just gonna look to the wall. We got your iPad.
What do you think? He has an iPad. Never mind.
Yeah, he can't. You can't bait him.
Get away from me. Don't touch my stuff. It's
Right.
funny. You ruined.
Meepo banned out by HellRaisers. It's I guess Noob plays it on the mid lane for them. Or Krilliat.
Oh, that by the way,
Krilliat plays it for sure.
Was going to mention it, but we were distracted by shenanigans. You have to ban Meepo in this spot because ultimately that was really the one hero that
solves
just
everything,
changes the win condition completely. Because Meepo provides your tower pressure. He's the hero that can take the Aegis, and you crush Anti-Mage.
You crush everyone there. Maybe Pango is a problem because of the shield crash. He gets like 100% damage reduction. You can't kill him.
Is Huskar a hero?
We have seen one Huskar and it didn't work out so far in the tournament. So I would argue that Huskar is dead off of stats, but our stats are literally one game, so it's not really a lot to go off from.
I think HR, you just go for the Quap, right? Quap, Puck, maybe a Pugna, but you want something preferably, I think, that doesn't get owned by Clockwork. You could also theoretically put the Fury in middle and take another support here, like a 4-position Earth Spirit as an example. You've got a lot of options. I think it's more likely they'll keep Fury in on support. You just take a standard mid laner here that won't have any issues with the Necro.
I guess you get
Someone
some
playing
extra magic damage. There's always music here. It's
Yeah, do you not hear the music normally? It's always like light music in the studio and probably a bit more loud on stream.
Is it on stream too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, bet is really good here.
You never heard it?
No.
Oh, Kyle.
I need hearing aids. I need
Yeah,
glasses. I need to go to the gym.
No, me and Lizard can sort you out of the gym. We can't help you with the other things, sadly. You're gonna go.
And there's so many things Tempo needs right now, and this Bat Rider puts them in a spot in which, like, you have to deal now with the Bat problem too. You don't have a hero that. Okay, Bat has been nerfed a little bit, but it hasn't stopped teams from rolling it mid and still winning with it. And your Void Spirit isn't going to have the best time as well, even though you have some spells to mess with Bat, stop him from chasing. It's still not that great.
I really like it because it denies the TA, which is another hero that typically matches up really well against the AM. And in addition, it's just one of those awesome combinations because AM is always going to be split pushing, farming, forcing rotations, and Bat thrives on opportunities to find single pickoffs, and AM's always going to provide the damage in a lasso once he grabs Manta.
Do you really think that TA was the pick for them? Like, I see why it's good, but AM eventually just takes over that game. I wouldn't see TA just outright winning the game for them.
It's just that you could go high ground. Like, it gives you Roche. This Jug naked, I'm not really sold on. Looking at the odds, I just think HellRaisers just have this game as long as they don't throw. It's just play the game. Farm. Don't lose.
Those AGB odds are massively favouring HR again. I can understand it. It sounds like you two are both saying it's going to be a 2-0 for HellRaisers. So rather than ask you why you're both picking HellRaisers this time, other than the fact they won game one and you went in on Tempo last time, how is Tempo possibly? Is there a way? Because this seems like a very more 80-20 kind of way than you guys have normally been more 70-30, 60-40.
They have a very similar strategy to the first one, but their carry is much more active earlier on. So you're actually now playing on a really high tempo. Last game you had a Dazzle mid, but your safe laner was Spectre, so you couldn't really, you had to wait for her. And that put them in a lot of bad scenarios in which they were fighting 4 versus 5 without Haunt, or with Haunt with 3000 gold on Spectre doing nothing without the relic, right? Now you have a Jug who's actually very active, who will be able to provide you at least with that healing ward early on, who will be able to push with the team. So because of that, the draft might be a little bit better, but hey, we went with Tempo the first time.
I'm not convinced.
Yeah.
They need to slow down the Fury and take somehow better fights in the mid game, and ultimately have a tower lead. We'll see. It's possible. If the Jug gets fat, he goes for this Battle Fury build. You can go toe to toe in a farm war against an AM, and inevitably you outcarry him. But you need to be 5 or 6 slotted, and I just don't know if that's the sort of game that Tempo's going to be playing for. I think they're going to get a little too over-aggressive and get owned in a Roche fight and lose the game.
Well, we're going to get, potentially, if it goes 2 over HR in this game 2, our amazing matchup of Viking versus HR. But Tempo could put a stop to that if they do deliver the tempo. We've got Zyori and Trent. And guys, I got to ask you, do you actually sit there and listen to the whole panel the whole way through and just go through this madness with us? Or do you just zone out?
No, we listen to a lot of it. We also have our own side conversation to keep things fresh. You know how it is, Banks. You need a little bit of both.
Mostly
Trent?
judging. Lots of judging. Yeah.
Mostly doing our own commentary on your commentary. Full meta here. Jug versus Anti-Mage, buddy. Can the Jug do it?
Oh, she's a toughie. Excellent bands right at the end there from HellRaisers. I think they were just like, PA, Meepo, get them out of here. I feel like those are 2 heroes we look forward to trying to answer the AM. And now Tempo are left with the Jug. Now, Jug, pretty cool pairing with the Grimstroke. You guys have seen this before. I'm sure Inkswell is nice. No, you can't double Omni with Soulbind. Yeah, that would be cool. I agree. But maybe they're just going to hit some crazy Soulbind plays, right? It could happen. Yeah. There's sights.
Yeah, Scythe, a weird one, right? It's a little delicate. You need 2 heroes on low HP, but certainly does give you some options.
That's not crazy.
If you can double Scythe for kills, then yeah, I think you're going to be in a
If
pretty
you
good
can
spot.
eliminate 2 heroes with 1 move, that game looks pretty good.
I'll give you that one, bud. That's some fair analysis. We'll see a skirmish over this bottom rune. DNZ going to be taking a lot of damage. The Disruptor helps setting it up. That's your first blood. Tempo already in trouble. Now Mitch is done. That's a 2 for 0 out of the gate. And let's take a look at the bounty situation. 3 bounty runes go the way of HR. So, yeah, about as rough of a start as you can get on the side of Tempo.
Well, actually, if the Anti-Mage had gotten the kills, it would be worse. So,
Oh, okay.
so it's okay.
Yeah, Disruptor getting 2 kills is so awful. Now he's going to get free boots and all these other amazing items to dominate the lane with.
yeah, that's...
Poor HellRaisers. What a terrible start.
I can't believe they managed that. Yeah, that's not fun. Oh man, I heard the groan when that Batrider got picked. I'm just like, oh no.
Yeah,
game
I wore
looks
my
real
Batrider
good.
shirt today, buddy. It's purple even. Kasani playing purple. It's all lining up. I knew this pick was coming.
Yeah, it's a very quality hero these days.
So Noob going to be on the Void Spirit this time. Something that scales a little bit better than the Dazzle, but still has a bit of a similar flavor in terms of really needing to pop off early and ride that momentum.
His game looks kind of good though, right? If I'm thinking like how good is his Yule's killing ability? It's pretty good. Oh,
I'd say so.
Kasani's going for the dive. Oh man, these Batrider players, they always do the math.
They make it look easy.
They do. They
so
make it look
easy
like
to
it's
feed.
always gonna work. Like,
But when you get to kill
so
first,
annoying.
it is annoying, and it's just a crazy good trade in favor of the Batrider. He gets the XP, the Void Spirit doesn't. The Batrider gets more gold.
Well, it wasn't first blood, so the Void Spirit actually got more gold.
No, it's still 200 to 135.
Oh, well, you actually looked at the breakdowns. It said it was higher the other way.
Oh, well, I don't know which numbers to
Interesting.
trust, Trent.
Neither do I.
Dota and its multiple data points. Oh, my. Oh, we're looking at a courier snipe up here. Chew. Oh, he's got the ward down. Hello there, cute kitty courier. Say your goodnight. He had a Wraith band. Not anymore.
Well, things not quite heading their way just yet, huh?
No. And even the bottom lane, it's going pretty well for the AM. The Disruptor able to put on quite a bit of pressure, as you'd expect. Clockwork, pretty annoying against Disruptor, but one of the supports that does have some options. Doesn't have Glimpse skilled up yet, but will come in handy against the battery assault plays like that.
Yeah, gonna bring out another salve, it looks like. And more things, so gonna salve Nyx. Knows, I would think so, at least. Maybe after this wave. Knows the importance of keeping the AM farming, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess
And now-
they also have to be worried about the flare, though. So until the flares find out, they can't actually salve.
Yeah.
They're trying to bait the flare. Do you see this? They're sitting back here, not
Is that what this is?
salving. Yeah.
Oh my
and
gosh.
he dropped the salve and walked into the tree line so that he thought he had cast it on Nyx. Oh, all right, Maposhka, I see you. I see your sneaky plays.
All right. Well done. Well done. This mid lane, though, a bit rough for the Void Spirit. The Batrider is dominating now, 15-8 compared to the 10-4. That's almost a full level advantage now for Kasani.
Yeah, Batrider into melee heroes. And the worst thing is that the Batrider pick was so good, like, depending on the hero, maybe you can put the Necrophos mid, but Bat is a hero that chews up Necro, so your ranged option isn't really viable in this case. So they got Nyx's courier. Okay, but he is going to blink on there when DNZ is running low on mana.
All right, kinetic field's there. I think this is a kill. Mitch trying to heal him up, but it's not enough. Nyx finds it 4-1 now. HellRaisers continue the reign of dominance.
Man, he's got to get this ring on him, on Nyx. Desperately needs the ring of health. Hasten on Noob. Tough call. He goes back to the mid. I thought maybe he was going to run bottom with how low that AM is. It's just too risky.
He's not
like
level
he
6
thought
either.
about it. Yeah, I know, but it's just like
Yeah.
the state the game's in. You know, you're hoping for something. You know, you're not
I
going to
hear
get
ya.
anything on Bat. And look at Nyx. Look how juicy this guy looks.
Top
Low.
LeBron. He's taking some damage. Talk about juicy. This Pango, so annoying. Shu putting on a ton of pressure and secures another kill.
Oh, and a disarm, so you can't trade with him.
Yep. AM. Oh, Jesus, AM. Juggernaut forced just to run. The Prophet 19 and 10. The support Pango already having a
courier.
pretty big impact. Down bottom, there it is. Mitch finished off again. Nyx having an amazing lane. 2-0 and 2 in 5 minutes on Anti-Mage and the leading last hit score. Uh-oh.
And top of the net worth. Yep. Everything looking good. At the very least, the bounty runes were up while that happened, and so that meant DNZ, who was free, was able to get them, so they did not sack the bounties on the bottom lanes.
All right, yeah. They should go even, 1-1. Still the deep bounties remaining. Noob going to go ahead and grab it now. No bottle on Noob right now.
It's coming. Same thing with
there
that.
it is. Okay.
They're both on their way out.
And up top, little skirmish here. LeBron on the run, but Funnick as well. The Blade Fury, I think it's going to be enough. It's certainly going to be close at least. This Prophet's tanky, but no, 50 HP. He taunts his way out. Meanwhile, down bottom, AM links back to safety. No deaths.
And he does have the goal for the Ring of Health, so Nyx is just going over to pick it up. He's tired of this Necrophos and his Heartstopper aura.
So misfire up top, Ink Swell.
Oh, Courier is going to walk right into Nyx. That's convenient, he says. Thank you.
Oh,
I love free gold. I was just
See you
picking up my
later,
Ring of
DMZ.
Health, and yeah. Yeah.
Bat up by about 600 net worth mid. Obviously bad for the Void Spirit, but
And
still
Noob's just out.
salvageable.
Well, he saw he was 6 too. So he just assimilated right out of there and said,
I
yeah,
think
I
once
can't
Noob
fight
hits
that.
6, then he can at least move around the map and try to make some plays. But as can the Bat.
Chu even coming in behind here. He's got 1 point in the lucky shot. How lucky can he get? Arcane Rune on Kasani makes this very tempting. Chu's going to head back. He is spotted under vision, I believe, there for a moment as well. So they do know that he's returned in behind LeBron. And having just used Inkswell being low on mana, they might want to be careful.
Yeah, another kind of odd Inkswell where it looked like LeBron wanted to go. The Jug wasn't so confident.
Chu's coming in bottom, so they want to punish the Clockwork being gone. Bit of a tougher one to grab, but they have the ward in behind too. And okay, yeah, no, not gonna matter.
They should have this no problem.
Look how
Kinetic
close he is to
field.
6. Oh, he just got it. Okay,
right.
yeah, now you're scared.
A little scary, little scary. Chu gonna get caught by the scythe, and that's the kill. That's what you're afraid of. Your classic Necrophos turnaround.
Ronnie's
Now
here too, though.
Noob's here. Rotations from both mid laners. Glimpse back. This is where Disruptor comes in handy. Maposhka low, he gets brought down. DNZ still on the run. Flaming Lasso grabs Mitch, and now it's going to swing for HR. They grab 2 and still looking for more. Noob, no more Astral Step. A few more stacks of Sticky, and he's going to be a goner. Whammo, Trent.
Yeah, he's holding that to simulate.
Uh-oh. Comes back in.
Oh, LeBron has no mana.
And
Okay,
yeah, that's
Kasani's so good. How did he read the fact that guy had no mana? Oh, and now Noob's gonna die.
Nyx comes in for the cleanup. I mean, that's like all those Inkswells I was talking about up top. It's like, yeah, sure, use the mana if you're actually going to have a go. But if you're going to consistently do these Inkswells while the Jug runs back to last hit creeps, you're going to need that mana at some point.
For him to just be like, he clicks it, like, first he's juking for the potential stroke, then he sees the stroke not coming, then he's like, oh, he has no mana, so he just runs back on him. Oh, what an
Works
animal.
out pretty well. And in the end, he gives another one over to the Anti-Mage. Who's now
Exactly.
progressing even more quickly to the Battle Fury. Remember, folks, odds available for this at EGB.com.
Get in there fast.
More team fight action. Maposhka in some trouble, perhaps. Nyx pressing forward. There's the lasso. Nyx helps Kasani find the kill. Inkswell almost sets up a turnaround. A lot of low health heroes on HR, but Tempo really with no options to punish. As Trent said, get him in quick, folks, because this one's not looking great in terms of a game 3, at least so far.
It's a tough one. Once more here for Tempo. Well, we haven't seen the power of our Juggernaut yet. At least he's been getting some farm up top here. Like all 3 Radiant Cores ahead of the 3 Dire Cores. But at least the 3 Dire Cores, they got something. They're all at 3K. they're playing better than that. I wouldn't put them that low, but I think that it's time to make a maneuver here.
Certainly so. You got Juggernaut ulti, you got Reaper's Scythe. Still need some ultis on your supports. Both Grim and Clock only level 4. So Tome coming up in a couple seconds. That'll be a big help. Looking at runes, looks like Jug's going to grab one up top, so it should be 3 runes for Tempo. That's certainly nice. They'll smoke up now and look for a rotation through the mid lane. Meanwhile, up top, HellRaisers gearing up to grab themselves a free tower. Glyph comes, but no TPs, and I think that one's going to be gone.
Yeah, that smoke is a little bit awkward when the Tome's not quite here yet.
Yeah, that too.
But DNC, at least they've kind of mixed up where they're defending. If they had any wards down or anything, they wouldn't quite know where everyone was up to. That smoke's about to dissipate, though, as they dive the tower bottom on the Maposhka, but he is out of there.
Whew. Okay. Meanwhile, they do find LeBron. Not enough for a kill, though. Now Noob comes in. He'll take the Ink Swell. Does get the stun onto Chu, and they'll make it at least a 1-for-1. Now Funnick. They'll be just fine. Kasani with a lasso, but no blink. Just BOTs right now, and won't be able to close that gap.
Nice use of the Ink Swell, at least to try and turn that.
Yeah.
Get a 1-for-1.
Given the state of this game, a 1-for-1 feels pretty darn good.
They can hook shot into Scythe here, but looks like they want something bigger than just Maposhka. And Noob also waiting for a couple spells to come back.
Ultimately, though, they're going to have to deal with this AM. Still 4-0-4 in the KDA, and we know that he's going to outcarry Juggernaut. Jug also going for the Battle Fury, getting repelled right now by Kasani, and obviously way behind the AM in terms of the timing for the cleave. And also 3 levels behind the Anti-Mage. AM's level 10, Jug is level 7. That is awesome. Oof, that's alarming.
That is. They're smoking up now, too, running through this Radiant jungle, trying to find the pick that will bring them back from the brink. And they run into a smoke, but there's a lasso here.
They do find Kasani, though. They get off the taunt. A lot of damage. Ink Swell's there again, and they get the kill. Great pickoff. Hook shot in.
There's a Pango.
The Pangolier.
But he did Q already.
6. Super Scythe. Okay, Battery Assault.
Tempo. Tough kills to get there. Bringing down that Bat Rider. I like that idea because his greatest would be to kill the AM. I don't know if he really can at the moment.
Yeah.
He's going to have to join a ill-advised fight, more than likely, for him to fall here.
And they grab a power rune. 12 minutes. It's the double damage. Now in the bottle of Noob, so they could look to take another fight if they wanted to. No Reaper's Scythe. No hook shot. Grimstroke actually holding the point for Soulbind right now and doesn't go for it. Grabs the Phantom's Embrace at level 6 instead.
Yeah, not a very Soulbind. I mean, the best thing you're going to have it for is definitely the Pango, right? That's like the whole dream of Soulbind this game. Other than that, it's not quite as good. As we get another blow up there.
Yeah, there's that double damage rune at work. Very nice.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
This is definitely good. This is putting a big dent in the lead. Tempo are very much bringing this back from getting out of control. Anti-Mage, couple hundred gold off the Battle Fury now. So still looking at a fantastic timing there, especially when you factor in that he did complete the treads first.
It is still such a hard game, though. It's like, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Like, yeah, it is looking good, guys. They're getting some kills and some picks and everything, but think about this Anti-Mage with Manta.
Yeah.
It's a pretty scary thought, I feel like. He is going to shred Mitch if he gets a chance.
Is there any way this AM can, or geez, this Juggernaut can itemize, give themselves a fighting chance? Like Battle Fury, fine, you got to keep tempo. If you don't get this, you're just completely behind. I get it. What do you go after this? Is this a basher game? Is this like, are you gearing up towards an Aghanims? Is there anything Jug can buy to actually go blow for blow with AM?
He can do the Manta build too, right? Where you can Manta spin when you're in Static Storm.
Okay.
It's like broken. I think unless it got patched, but recently you're able to Manta, and then like the time frame as it's like coming back from the invulnerability, you can get off Blade Fury because you're not silenced.
That sounds pretty busted.
Yeah, it's pretty busted.
Huh. See our vision maps here, what the Dire see and what the Radiant see. Kind of a cool angle. Now Kasani down bottom, initiated on under the tower. Reaper's Sight, they found the Bat Rider again. LeBron, though, takes a big wrap in nature. Funnet comes in, takes a Soulbind. That'll slow down the AM. Glimpse, Juggernaut coming back in. He's got himself an Omni Slash, but it's only level 1. LeBron gets popped in the back. Shu bouncing all over the place. This Jug might be in trouble here. Gets the healing ward down. Kind of a back and forth fight. Now it's HR that
I think he tried to glimpse back in Noob on the Void Sphere. Maybe he thought he already dissimulated, or maybe it was the Arcane Room messing up his timing, but you can't bring him back. It's very frustrating when you're playing Disruptor, because I'm a big Disruptor fan, and once Void Sphere came out, that was a little bit annoying, is that he can just like super easily dodge Glimpse. Like, it is not a concern for him at all.
Yeah, totally.
As Dota Flusk is starting to believe in the Dire.
Is it really?
They're doing it. I mean,
54.
Look how many kills they've gotten in a row. This is crazy.
No, they've leveled out the gold lead, and also the experience lead is closing. It's less than 2,000 now. Still, Nick's getting a lot of space. He's got an ancient stack here, so he'll be able to clear that out pretty soon. As you said, still issues, right? It doesn't fundamentally change with the panel set. AM will take over this game. It's not a matter of if, it is a matter of when, and that clock is still ticking. So despite making all the right moves, Tempo still have a lot of pressure to continue doing this.
I
need to keep shutting down this
that they've done this good of a job, though, because this game felt like a death sentence with how far behind they were to start in the first 10 minutes.
I mean, these kills have even changed what Kasani wants to do. He had a Blink Dagger queued up, and now feels like he has to go BKB instead. 2 Yule Scepters now complete on Tempo. Necro gets one, as does the Void Spirit. So
fast items, baby.
This is big.
They need some drums. They don't really have the heroes for it, though.
Shu,
right,
now in mid lane. Yeah, looking pretty free there.
Why you? Why not you?
Yules is so good, guys. When you have the setup heroes for it.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're playing against Sven.
Why Sven specifically?
Because he dispels Yules with the boom,
I
boom,
see.
pow
Yeah,
Aghanim's.
okay. I just didn't know why you brought up Sven.
Yules.
Well, usually I think, you're stunning that guy,
But
yeah, you're right. Stormhammer dispels. They recently, if you guys didn't catch that patch note, you can now appropriately use it on Yules like you should be able to.
Like, does anything else counter Yules the same way like the Superman Sven does?
Not to the same excitement.
I don't think so. Yeah. There's definitely some theatrics there. That's true.
Yeah, it's good.
12 to 13 at 17 minutes. Production, dare I ask, can we see some odds? Can we see what EGB is
begging
offering?
for the odds.
Have things changed now that this game has leveled out? I don't know if they're moving odds. I assume so, since they pop up during the game. I don't remember what they were before.
I believe that was
but
the
there
same.
You go.
So,
okay,
there you go. It's just reminding you of the glory. They are the same.
Dota Plus might believe, but EGB does not.
No, it's like, no, we're going to keep these things.
Anti-Mage is a scary hero. He's got the Golden Bashers, too, so talking about theatrics.
Very important.
Tier 1 mid, soon to fall. That is a lot of Treants, but okay, never mind. It was a lot of Treants.
I don't think they can really accomplish anything unless the AM commits to it right now. Because they've lost that little edge that they had, right? Like, the Bat Rider, Kasani's job, and like, Weehaw makes mid-bat look easy. But there are so many games lately where this gets picked, and this is exactly what happens, where the Bat Rider is not able to like play this leading role that Weehaw does on the hero. And he really is fragile. On another level.
Yeah.
And suddenly you wind up in a situation where like you're on the back foot and like you have Disruptor on the back foot. Not a great hero. Bat Rider can be good on the back foot. Oh, they got the good hero.
They found Nyx. This is a big kill. The follow-up. They've got the taunts, the silence, the stuns. They need a little more, though. Soulbind, he can't blink out. The lasso, it might still be enough. AM sustaining, alive. He blinks out. Noob dead. LeBron down, and now they'll get DNZ as well. The ultimate turnaround. The clutch mechanism. I cannot believe that Anti-Mage survived.
Oh, that's a killer. That is an absolute killer of a fight to lose right there.
Fudge.
Just before the Manta, too. Oh, they had their time.
Damn. That was... And the Soulbind to follow it up. Like, I thought that was going to seal the deal, but Shout out to Kasani, a clutch lasso there.
Yeah, big saves. And that's where they just, that's where you needed your jug. I mean, he wasn't there for good reason. He's farming, but, the AM's the one hero that you run into and you're just like, oh god, we need Omni right now. Like, we need this damage to cut through. The counter spell's too much.
Well, back to a 4K net worth lead. The edge has returned for HellRaisers, that's for sure.
Man, Dota Plus is such a fake friend. It dropped them so hard. It's like, nah.
It ditched.
It's like 30% now. It's like, you had your chance.
EKB very close on Batrider. Right now, the net worth lead is mostly the gap in the carries. The gap in the carries, then the supports. But still the cores of Tempo in an okay spot. Mitch looking for Greaves, not too far off. The Jug, he's going to go for Manta as well.
Maposhka now. I hope he just goes straight eggs. I think that's the professional Dota 2 player build. Whoa, Maposhka. All right, you definitely need the eggs. You can only count on the ulti.
Not the ideal glimpse there.
You got to start counting to 4 in your head.
Is that the big brain disruptor play?
Yeah, it sends them back to where they were 4 seconds ago. So that's how you use glimpse. You see where you want them, and then you just count to 4. You can look at the clock. It's up at the top. It helps you. Disrupt, like, it's a special case with Void Spirit, though. I get why he messed it up, because he knows that he's like kind of panicked to it because of the dissimulate. So
yeah,
no flames on Maposhka. But he's got the Philosopher's Stone, so I better see Aghanim's this game. That's all I'm saying.
I will agree. Void Spirit is uniquely annoying against the poor Disruptor. And the Aghanims, oh, it's the sweet treat that makes this Disruptor so good. He's turned into an okay lane support somehow, but his scaling, Trent, oh my.
Oh, it's the best.
Now Kasani charging in, takes a silence, now trying to back it out. Hook shot, Omni Slash, dead Batrider. Oh, that was a rough start. Anti-Mage didn't even make the rotation. Big cooldowns used there. A glimpse back onto the clockwork, but I think Tempo will secure a tier 2 tower out of this.
Yeah, they're very happy with this. And, in that timing, they didn't take Roche before. Nyx is jumping his way through the pit now, but might be something where when they had won that last fight, perhaps they could have just, like, all-in on the Roche's HellRaisers, because I think that's something that Tempo might look for pretty soon.
One silver lining for this Juggernaut is that now that he has the Battle Fury, the Manta's coming pretty close, the gap between him and the Anti-Mage isn't really growing that quickly. They're both farming at a pretty comparable rate. The longer this goes on, that 3K gap will start to feel less and less significant. There is a Basher up on AM, though, so he has that flying out right now. Abyssal going to be queued up next.
And that's not going to take too long. And then right now, HellRaisers are just trying to not lose too much elsewhere in their heroes. Like, AM will get to the AM point. It's really about, like, how strong are your other 4 heroes when AM hits that 6th item and is ready to Abyssal Blade this Juggernaut. And I feel like Blink BKB is like Kasani's whole game will finally be okay, because that turns it into ease of execution, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to have a Lincolns, I don't think. They're not really going to have any option versus that. So, you and I could hit a Blink BKB lasso one of these games, right? It gets pretty easy at that point.
It definitely dummy-proof spat to a certain degree.
It's great.
Yeah. We haven't really talked about funding too much this game. He's just gone for a lot of value items on this core Prophet. Mech, Drum, Medallion, soon to be Solar Crest. Good stuff, but no big ticket items as of yet.
Yeah, the big ticket items aren't that great this game. Like, the only option would have been like the Orchid, but it's not really good versus Void Spirit and Necro because they're just going to rush the Yules anyway. So.
Ooh, hook shot. We'll find the AM. Can they actually kill him here? Silence. Root. There's the Manta, and he's out. Maposhka does die elsewhere. Like on that back line to Noob. There's the BKB from Kasani, and grabs onto the Void Spirit. No Yules, no Astral Step, but the wand charges will be enough. I guess okay for HellRaisers, given that started with AM in the danger zone, and might end with just a dead Disruptor. But yeah, now Kasani's going to get sandwiched. And Reaper's Scythe, he's done.
They're putting him in the grave. That's a Roche. I mean, winning a fight right here.
Yeah.
Batrider dead for 70 seconds. Seems like the play. Healing ward is up. They can just go in there and take it. No real chance of a contest here. Unless Chu wants to go really wild, but without the Blink Dagger, it can be pretty difficult. How bad are their lanes? Mid lane's coming in. They want to push that out. But they will indeed head into the pit.
Okay, there's Noob, though. He's going to grab the haste rune. He does get it in the bottle, so maybe he can live here. A lot of stun lock, though. No chance.
That's a sick kill. Now it's 4v4. Unfortunately, they did use the roll, but they're going to grab some bounty runes. They could come and throw a static storm in here.
The Roche isn't falling that quickly. Down to about 50% HP. They'll have to move fast, though.
I don't think this
Brienne's
is worth
coming
bringing
in.
in AM with Omni Slash. Seems like a bad idea.
1,000 HP on Roche. They're getting closer. They might go for a steal. Hook shot off the mark. Static Storm
Funnick's
comes
in there.
down.
He got it.
Snatched by Funnick. They also get one of the Dire Couriers, and now the retreat. Looks like Tempo get the Aegis. Can they bring down Funnick again? They get a disarm on one. Kinetic Field trying to help him out. Funnick pretty tanky, but not tanky enough. Batrider coming in.
Couldn't
Now
get the
grabs
Omni
a
off this
lasso.
time.
Maybe they can kill this Jug. Now the Omni comes out. That'll counter the BKB Batrider. Ends up being a very sloppy fight for the HellRaisers.
Still
AM
duels
in,
here on
though.
Mitch. They have control elements.
He's already popped the Mana Void.
Oh,
Chu
nice
gets another ult, but
silence.
gets silenced. Oh, no. That Pango had a big option to turn that around there, and they completely shut it down.
And again, additional Yules remaining.
Find the Disruptor also. This is going to be a follow-up kill onto Maposhka.
That was one of those, like, you got the Aegis, now everyone else just run. We're not winning this fight, you know? I think trying to bring in Kasani and everyone's very dangerous.
Yeah, they need something to make sure this Jug can't get a free ultimate. The Batrider BKB is nice, but obviously does nothing against the Omni Slash. Bat had a Ghost Scepter or anything there. He absolutely could have lived and maybe turned things around.
They've reached a point now where they have given away so much in all their heroes besides AM. Like, they have taken pretty bad fights numerous times. If they still win this game, it's a true sign of just, like, how hard this draft is to beat with the, you know, with the tempo heroes.
I would say so, and also just a sign of what AM can do when he plays from ahead the entire game. He still hasn't died. This is the one thing that HR are hanging on to. He's turning into like an alchemist type vacuum cleaner at this point. Where it's him way up here, and then his team way down here.
Yeah. It just
Butterfly up next, though.
Kasani's having such a bad game. It's like,
It started so good, and then turned so badly.
yeah. He's just, every time I look at him, his items are just not going anywhere. Is he not going to go for the blink now after all this?
Apparently not.
I mean, I guess his AM's strong enough that he's kind of missed the window where he really needs the blink. Now he just doesn't want to die to Omni Slash.
Looks like Jug is actually mirroring the exact build of the Anti-Mage. It's almost comical. They're buying the exact same items, just Jug's a little bit slower. Now he might skip the full-on Abyssal and just take the Basher into Butterfly. Which makes sense on Jug. You need attack speed for that ultimate to scale. So this is that point where you need like an MKB or a Butterfly or something than just the Manta.
Yeah, he's like, I got to kill Nyx.
Juggernaut is such a weird hero, Trent. He has the power with that ulti to just cripple team fights, especially with the Basher once he gets this next item. If they can maintain this kind of state of affairs for another item on the carries, I actually think Jug rebounds and starts to get like dumb with the Omni Slash.
Or it does
Maybe not
nothing because of Treants.
Yes. I mean, you're right.
Yeah,
But-
it just gets pulled away to the side or something.
The Bash is crazy good against Pango. He can cripple the Batrider. It's so random, right? It could jump into creeps and do nothing, or it can destroy the back line and secure you a triple kill before the fight even really begins.
I think part of the reason this game is going to be still pretty good is that, again, everyone else on the Radiant is so poor. Like, the wealth is all in the AM, and so the defensive items aren't really there for these Radiant heroes. I mean, you have the BKBs on Kasani and Funnick, but those don't do anything versus the Jug. right? In terms of the thing he's looking for in the Omni Slash. And then Pango's still trying to build a blink. Maposhka went for the Glimmer. Maposhka, get the Aghanims. You can do this. Don't buy any more small items. I better see Aghanims next.
Oh, yeah. Up top now,
Nice.
Nyx, he'll be fine.
2 islands cast for a counter spell.
An amazing counter spell.
Quality blue card right there.
Dire are scanning.
Actually, they're not islands. It's the blue mana produced by islands. Yeah, shut up. All right. I was just trying to reference MTG. Leave me alone. All right. Sneaking their way in. Under the guise of smoke. Kasani, he's got the lasso.
They find the jug. Abyssal into lasso. Is it enough? The jug sustaining? No, he's done. Does have a buyback, though, and an Omni Slash. Now the roll forward. Yule Scepter resets. The buyback comes out. Static Storm, Kinetic Field, not quite on point. The Radiant might have overcommitted here. Now the Omni Slash flies. It does secure the kill onto Funnick. Shu has also gone down. Sani looking to be in some trouble, and there's the Reaper's Sight. The buyback from Jug, well worth it.
Yeah. And that shows that poverty of the other heroes, it really punishes you. Because they have to buy BKBs because of Noob. Because of this AoE silence. I mean, you saw them getting crippled on the Disruptor, for example. So they need BKBs even on these bigger heroes, like Funnick and Kasani, and then the Omni Slash still just shreds them. At the very least, Nyx got the blink out. That could have been rather hazardous considering the bashes.
Right. Still a 4K net worth lead for the Radiant. Even with the buyback, it was a gain for tempo. Pressuring the tier 2 now.
I mean,
As
they don't.
AM pushes
I
out top.
gotta click some items here. They don't have any Force Staffs, right? They have any Force Staffs in the Dire? They don't have any Force Staffs. They have
4 stabs in
2
this game.
Yules. I feel like. Sorry, Maposhka. I gotta let her rip a little. The Disruptor play has been pretty subpar. I would say his Static Storms have had close to 0 impact this game.
Courier has been
And we're
the last
30
one was
minutes in.
certainly pretty low impact.
I think Disruptor, there's a burden when you pick this hero. You know, you're sacrificing a little bit of your laning stage. I mean, they had a great lane, let's be honest, but they could have dominated even more with another hero. And it's...
We're seeing more and more that level 2 Thunderstrike is kind of enough to secure a lane. Like, yeah, it's not like a Warlock level keeping a Spectre safe, but it's more than sufficient.
Yeah, well, he also started with a bonus like 400 gold. So
Oh, yeah.
that
This
kind of
isn't-
helps.
I mean, take that out, though. We've seen this a number of times with the 5 Disruptors where we expect it to be a really rough lane for the carry, and it goes surprisingly well to the point that I don't think we can say it's surprising anymore, bud.
Nah, I think it's so surprising.
All right, we'll
I think they
see.
needed those early kills.
We'll see. Down bottom, nice Abyssal Blade initiation. They get LeBron. Buyback there as well. Now the lasso on to Mitchie. BKB, hook shot in. Not going to do much there. Hungry for more, though. Inkswell, Jug on the hunt, rolling Thunder away, and they will get away with this. HellRaisers happy to force a buyback, and this time they make the great escape.
Okay, some bandits here. Oh, hook shot misses.
Oh, he's got an Ags on the Clockwork. That's how he had another hook shot.
And Kasani's
He's
got
overclocked.
the spider legs. That's what keeps him alive from not just fireflying into the trees.
Sonny's good. So, all right, what do you think here, dude? Overclocking Clockwork. Are you
Yeah.
digging on it?
Yeah, this is definitely the build. I've seen this pretty much every Clockwork in the games I've been casting now. Pretty
Okay.
much does the same build.
Especially against AM, actually gives you some decent lockdown options, right?
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, it kind of suits the support role of the Clockwork because you're just doing the same thing every time, right? You will happily trade 4 seconds of stun in order to get bonus damage and double your spells.
are fortified.
Well, this is one of the ongoing problems that Nyx can just do this. He forces a glyph solo, a TP back from Mitch as he picks up a double damage rune.
I got
Still
one hook
able
shot.
to play an Intimidator. Ooh, glimpse back though, DNZ. BKB from Funnick, he'll TP home. Reaper's Scythe. Does not go
No
through
longer
BKB
pierces
anymore.
magic.
And DNZ
You're
will also
just-
get caught.
Just notifying the viewers.
And Reaper's Scythe would have been a great tool there 2 years ago.
There is an overclock here. He's under the ward, but DNZ just realizes that unless he has the double hooks, he's not going to have enough to keep Chew in place. So lets him go.
Check out our win rate here, 53-47. Dota Plus does not know what to do with this game. It's just slowly gotten closer to 50-50.
I really like that he finished the Abyssal. I think that was the play. Not going for the butterfly. I think the Abyssal actually puts fear into AM a lot more.
The proper jump. He will still go butterfly. The gap is growing, though. It's now like 5.5, 6K, so the AM is still maintaining this +1 item. But he's got the butterfly and 1,800 towards the Scotty now.
The thing I see is that no matter how bad the game is for the Radiant, like, that can still just cause the death of Jug.
Yes.
And I think
100%.
that's still an issue. Like, they don't really have that same threat onto the AM, right?
Do you think there's a place for the Aghanims on the Jug this game? Like 6th item, maybe. Butterfly Ags.
I don't know. I see it get picked up a lot, but he probably needs an MKB.
That is true. The Ags is... it feels so good, though. It's such a short cooldown. And once you have the Abyssal, it gives you the ability to jump. LeBron, speaking of jump, caught in the mid. BNZ, maybe in a little trouble. Nope. Just illusions. They see Roche, scouted out by the Dire Courier. Hook shot misses. I think they know that that's a dieback on the Grimstroke, too. Yeah, it's still on cooldown for 5 minutes. This is a guaranteed 4v5. Let's see what HellRaisers do. Right now, split push in the bottom lane with the Prophet. Looks like they're trying to bait that a little. And
they still have no
pit,
initiation.
they do smoke.
They never bought the Blink on Chu. He's sitting on 2,600 gold. So their initiation is just Nyx. But again, fortunately, there's not really a way to punish that. And, well...
You've got Disruptor as well, and Clockwork's just going to die. Man, the Abyssal, so good. Easy pickings. Well, that's Roche now. It still kind of feels like HR is going to do it.
Yeah, it does. I don't know what to do. Wait, did Mimosa just buy a gem? He did. All right, that's acceptable. I kind of wonder if he's going to buy a Blink. I would not be mad if he bought a Blink, just because there's no PKB heroes in the Dire. And even though they have Yules, if you have Blink on the Disruptor and Blink on the Pango, it's a really nice combo.
Yep.
There's some games where you just have to sacrifice the Aghanims, as much as I love it. I think maybe he should have chose between Glimmer or Blink. I don't know if he should have even gotten the Glimmer first, but it is against the Necrophos, so that's probably partially why.
I agree that this game is starting to come down entirely to catch.
Yeah.
And it feels like a pretty crucial tool on a hero like Disruptor.
And I bet Batrider would be a good hero with Blink. Has anyone ever
They didn't
tried
finish
that?
Roche. And Tempo, yeah, I think it's been tried before, but a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And Storm, though, Roche still standing. They're going to jump right in. The Bulldozer, he gets stopped dead in his tracks, though, with the Soulbind. AM, he's sustaining, but now the Omni Slash comes out. It is going to get the Batrider. Noob picks up the Aegis. Reaper's Sight comes out as well. It's not looking good for the Radiant. 5 alive still on the Dire. AM, one of the lone survivors now for the HellRaisers, and he's in big trouble. This could be his first death of the game. Gets the Aegis, blinks away, and now the great chase continues. They've also found the Disruptor on the other side. He TP's out, and Nyx actually does manage to survive.
So, Noob, passing off the cheese. Nice. All right,
Yeah.
handing over to old Crylight there on the Jug. That was pretty good. Mid-fight.
That was so chaotic, buddy. But Roche died to the Dire, and they got the Aegis.
Yeah. Maposhka had a good sack storm. I got to shout him out from the Flame him. That was a pretty good one that time. He got in there with our mobility items.
And split pushing right now, though. He's trying to hit this tier 3. Does force 1 TP back to 3 TPs. That'll defend the high ground mid. Maposhka maybe looking to grab one. Nyx comes back. He'll find LeBron. And Mitch
too.
now he's going to get caught. Let's have Greaves and a Yules, but I don't know how you live through this one. Team inbound, but Tempo probably just going to be throwing bodies at a lost cause, and they'll start to retreat. Yeah, that's definitely the right play. Great call from Nyx to go very aggressive and absolutely bait those TPs. Sometimes the best defense is a good offense.
Yeah, that was really good.
And Nyx still deathless.
It's crazy, when they're playing ahead, in just those situations, how good their lineup is in comparison, right?
Yeah. 100%.
The only thing that can screw them now would be if Noob gets a really good Linkens right here and
Now-
catches Kasani off guard. And if
Chug
they
Vigo-
waste the lasso,
All in on the butterfly. So he does not have buyback. Short gold.
and then he wants a rapier, huh? That's a much better solution than MKB this game, I'll say that.
It's going to be a necessity. Tier 3 tower mid, done. Now onto the barracks. Glyph's already been used. Hook shot in. There's the buyback from Necro. And HR just sound the retreat. I think that buyback is really all they wanted. And now just about 5 figures of net worth and XP comparable, about 10K. Oh no, 10K favor still for Tempo. Whoa.
Yeah, that's because those
Jumps
Radiant
down to
heroes
5.
that can't do anything, right?
Yeah. AM's 26 and the next highest is level 20.
So far for the neutrals, they did get the Illusionist cape on both teams, so Jug, pretty much, happy, not as happy as an AM, of course. And now they're going to be like, oh, it must be an Illusionist cape, guys. At least it was only hook shot. Then they also have the Princess Knife for it. Oh, that's real.
Oh, they jump right in. That's a dead Mitch. That's a dieback. They just saw him come
The
back
AM
in.
Omni Slash. He got the counter spell off. Oh, no.
Oh, no. That is the hard counter. DNZ's done. So is the Juggernaut. No buybacks available on the 3 dead heroes. And that one counter spell completely shuts down the strategy of Tempo. That was a dirty way to end this game. HR taking it 2-0, 27-26 as the GG comes out.
That was so good, it crashed my client. I just saw those golden bashers going nuts.